Good morning, neighbors and niggas. Still sick. Still going to work. All of that. I put this off, I guess, as long as I could. It is, as you read from the title, the haves and the have-nots. Season whatever, episode whatever, title whatever. We start back off where we left off last week with Veronica sitting down with David and Erica. You know, they having their little whatever conversation. I'm sorry, I told you to get off me conversation or whatever. Veronica sits down and Erica is looking at David and Veronica's looking at Erica. You know, David says, Veronica, leave. Veronica obviously is not going to leave. I don't know why David takes so much time to talk with Veronica. I don't know. When I have somebody in my presence that I know ain't gonna listen to me when I talk, I don't bother. I either get up myself and go somewhere, or I'll call somebody who they will be able to listen to. Veronica mama ain't living. Veronica ain't got nobody. I'm sorry, somebody just like almost ran into my car. Veronica ain't got nobody on the full earth that she'll listen to. Her mama, her daddy, a great auntie, a cousin, or somebody. There's nobody. If there's nobody, then we have to resort to calling the police. The police are always traipsing around, tiptoeing around your son. You may as well have them since they're going to be around. Take Veronica in, or whatever. So he has to speak with her outside, and she don't go. And she proceeds to ask Erica, where are you from? Erica goes into, okay, yeah, cut me off. Erica goes into, I'm from my mother and my father. Veronica then says, well, you need to find your mother and lay up under her titty like Iyanla gave Karuchi the breast. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. I'm trying to make this lighthearted and entertaining, but I'm bored. So anyway, so they're doing all of this back and forth, and then, you know, what? I don't know. It was like a week ago when I watched this. So then David says to Erica, come on, let's go. And so they get up, and Veronica's like, you gonna go sleep with her, David? Are you going to go sleep with her? And then they find themselves at an elevator. Now, when they find themselves at this elevator and they see Veronica standing, you know, sharply on their heels, getting ready to get on the elevator with them, me as David, or me as Erica, would have said, okay, well, we're not going to get on this elevator because I don't want to be in an enclosed space, you know, with this demon. So we're just going to, you know, go another direction. We'll take the stairs. We'll take, you know, somewhere. We'll go outside, something else. Because usually in a hotel, the bar or the restaurant is going to be on the first or second floor, usually. Sometimes the basement, if you fancy. But anyway, okay, I'm glad I'm not going that way. Traffic jam. So she gets on the elevator with them. He says, you're not getting on this elevator. I feel like I'm doing the gym voice. You're not getting on this elevator with us, Veronica. Okay, if you drive in your lane and I drive in my lane, we won't have a head-on collision. That's just how it... So anyway, she gets on, you know, and then starts causing trouble. She stops the elevator and she starts talking mess. And then Erica starts making out with David in front of Veronica. She, you know, turns the camera. Now, this is what did not make sense to me, and it won't make sense to me the whole rest of the episode. So just walk with me on this and know that while I'm talking about other things, I'm thinking about how this doesn't make sense. Erica, at one point, takes her purse, reaches up, and hits the camera in the elevator. Now, first of all, this is the year of our Lord, 2017. I know that I stopped seeing actual physical cameras in elevators about 2001. They started to become hidden. My father lived in an apartment complex in about 2003-ish, I think it was, 2004, somewhere in there. And the elevator had just a small little bulb on the side, the very top corner of the elevator that you knew probably was the camera, but you couldn't reach it and you could not obstruct its view unless you had, like, you know, spray paint or something like the kids do, you know, or the burglars when they getting ready to rob you and they spray paint your camera, that kind of thing. But to reach your purse up there and just boop, knock it to the side, that's Tylisha. That's Tyra Perry doing her thing over there, and just trying to make stuff stupid for no reason. It just honestly, and I'm going to talk about this camera probably those more times, probably. But I'm going to move on. She took that, she moved the camera, and then she didn't do anything. So you scooted the camera over where, you know, y'all cannot be seen on camera. You did this in Veronica's face, where she sees, okay, the camera's off. Now I can really act a fool and won't nobody truly know what happened. And then You didn't do nothing. You moved the camera and then said, oh, I'm not going to hit her. Well, what the hell did you move the camera for? Why'd you move the camera? Why'd you scoot it over? For what reason? Why? It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta roll down this window. It doesn't make sense to me. It probably doesn't make sense to Stanley and Lynette over on Random TV Reviews. It's probably not gonna make sense to James Caldwell. I know Mike B just did. I know he wasn't feeling it. I just know, because he'd be bored like I'd be bored. He'd be like, why are these people here? What are they doing? And why? If y'all want a really good thorough review, the 3 people I just named, especially Lady Nika as well, does really, really good reviews. Way better than what I'm doing over here. You got a stop sign, I've got the right of way. Anyway, so yeah, watch them, honey, because they can give it to you a little better than I can. I can't wait to watch them later on tonight, because I've been holding off so I can do this review. But anyway, she scooched the camera over and didn't whoop the girl, and I'm just like, for why? For what reason did you just felt like, okay, well, the camera's here, let me move it over to the side just because I wanna, haha. Doesn't make sense. So anyway, I guess before she started making out with David, she scooched the camera over to the side, and then she started kissing on David. And, you know, David has no control or whatever, because if I was David, I'd have been like, hey, enough of that. Just cut that out. You know, you're in the midst of someone who tried to light my body on fire. Let's just, you know, keep it calm, keep it civil. But they ain't do that. They making out and all of this. And Veronica's over there, get your hands off my man. Get your hands off my man. You know, get off of him, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden she lunges at Erica. And I'm sitting here like, now, Erica, daughter, if you had had the camera turned in the direction that it should have been turned towards the elevator, then the camera could have caught her lunging at you and not you lunging at her. Or not, you know, she said it would have just caught her lunging at you. But you couldn't be bothered to do that. You just had, you know, to do your own thing here. So anyway, they fighting, and then while after David kind of gets them separated, the security calls into the elevator. Hey, is everything okay? David says, no, it's not. We're stuck in this elevator. And then Veronica proceeds to go into, oh, no, stop. They're hitting me. Oh, please, no, don't. Please, stop. Blah. And I'm just saying, like, at what point should I start to care, Tylendria? At what point should something in my heart say, I'm interested? Okay, if you're going to pull out in front of me, you're going to have to go at least the speed I'm going. At least. Speed it up. Come on. Come on. You're not coming on. Okay, well, I'll just sit here and be angry. At what point, thank you for finally catching on. Yeah, Tyler, what do you want me to do with this? What do you want me to watch your show and take away from it? Because we can tell that, you know, Ava DuVernay and the girls over on Queen Sugar and whoever is doing Greenleaf, you know, props to Greenleaf, because I am waiting with bated breath. But we can tell that those girls want us to take something away from the show. After, if you would put your signal on, then I would know which way to go. That's kind of how that works. Okay, yeah, hit him. Don't hit me. Yeah, you can tell that the other girls on OWN want you to take something away every episode. Now, sometimes Queen Sugar's been a little boring lately. It's been giving me, you know, agitation, and I'm annoyed with Ralph Angel and Remy, and we'll talk about her probably later on this day. But with Tyler Perry, there's nothing, I can't see where you want us to take any information away from this show. I think you just gave us an hour of something to just, I don't know, numb our minds. I don't know. I'm sitting here and I'm like, what am I supposed to be receiving? What is there? But anyway, so Chaz Bono comes and opens the elevator and lets him off, and Veronica's laid out on the floor, and she need help, and she says, oh, you're just a little too late, aren't you? I'm like, you'll just never shade Chaz Bono like that. He had things he was doing, okay? He was booked. Now, what distressed me here was, you had help, you had security, you had Chaz Bono come unto you. Okay, this is just, sorry, let me let up the windows again, suffer. Not only suffer, but suffocate. You had Chaz Bono come to the elevator. You had someone call and ask, is everything okay, and this, that, and the other. Why, when Chaz Bono came to the elevator, did he not fix the crooked camera? Tyler? I'm tired of leaving you these voicemails, Tyler. I'm going to need you to call me back so I can really go off on you in person. Thanks, bye. Like, I just don't understand why Chaz Bono didn't go into the elevator and just say, and fix the camera. It's going to come back up. Anyway, scooching on. I don't even know. Where am I? Oh, yeah, while they're in the elevator, David asks Veronica what she wants, and her answer is to make his life a living hell, and I'm trying to understand why. For what? Tyler, if you're going to have a villain, she's going to need an origin story, okay? She'll need a reason why she's evil. You can get away with a half origin story like they did in Wonder Woman, where it's like, you know, what was his name? Ares, the god of war, or Odin, I can't remember which name they went by. But he was the god of war, and, you know, Zeus made all these beautiful things, and then he just got mad. That's a half origin story, because it just doesn't make sense. Why you can't just make your own world where all the girls are fighting all the time? But that's Wonder Woman. Yeah, let me scooch on by here. Yeah. Tyler Perry, why you can't give us a half of an origin story? Just a little cheat origin story where the girls will be like, okay, well, maybe that's why she's upset. All you gave us was she grew up in the hood and she probably slept with Catherine's daddy. That's not enough reason for her to want to make David's life a living hell. It's not. You're going to have to bring up some sort of a mental history. You're going to have to bring up, you know, Jackie Christie tendencies. Just classic, when I say Jackie Christie, I mean classic, like textbook things that I can look at and pinpoint and say something went wrong in her childhood. You know, I look at Jackie Christie and I'm diagnosing all the time, and I haven't even gone to school for this. You know, I'm looking at her and I'm like, and when she was 11, this happened. And when she was 6, this happened. I'm looking at Jackie Christie and I can see that. I see she has unresolved childhood trauma. It's clear. When I'm looking at Veronica Harrington, I see nothing. I don't see anything. You're not writing her in a way where we may feel anything for her. You're not writing her in a way where it's like, okay, well, you know, she's terrible and we hate her, but, you know, this happened. You're not writing her in a way where she's anything but nuts. Just pure, absolute crazy, just unresolved issues aren't written in the story. She's just crazy, just off, just for no reason. And it doesn't make sense because David was married to her for 25 years and now he's just finding out that she's just pure crazy like this. It's not coming together, Tyler. It's not coming together. I'm gonna need you to go back to the altar, down on your knees, stay there until you get the Holy Ghost power, because it just doesn't make sense. What the hell are you doing? Oh, I didn't mean to cuss right after I gave you, you know, a good gospel rendition. But it just does, I just can't. Now, anyway, so, you know, she says she wants to make his life a living hell. And, you know, he's like, I gave you money, I gave you houses, I gave you cars, I gave you jewelry. What do you want? And she says she wants blood, and I just don't know why you want blood. Why don't you take your own blood? Or why didn't you accept Melissa's blood? Melissa over there bleeding and dying, and you couldn't have that. Why you ain't just, if you just want blood, why you ain't just take her blood? I'm just not understanding. There has been blood offered unto you, and you ain't taking. So you don't want just blood. Anyway. And then on the elevator, Erica got called a whore. You know, Veronica called Erica a whore. And Erica took offense to it, and I'm sitting here like, but sis, hey, knock, knock, knock. Hate to break it to you, you're a whore. Like, by technically and untechnically, I don't know if untechnically is a word, but I'm using her today. By all accounts, whore. You have somewhat of a pimp, I guess, in war. You have John's. David is a mark. You may be feeling something, you know, towards him. You may be emoting right now, but David was a mark for your whore activity, so I don't understand why you were shook. I don't know if you were playing the part, you know, in front of David, like, oh, how dare she call me a whore, but in real life, like, girl, you got my number, you know, I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we swoop back over to something I just don't care about. Landon is trying to read Charles. This is going to be very brief. I'm going to tell you this. Charles don't give one single solitary slice of a damn. He don't care. Landon is saying, have you seen her escort, you know, website? Have you seen that she's wanted for murder? And Charles is just like, yeah, know it, don't care. Fix her, clean her up, you know, I want to invite her to the inauguration. And I'm just like, what is the angle here? What are we supposed to be taking away from this? But whatever. Swooping over to Anna and Wyatt. She was addicted to meth for 10 years. I said, girl, you look good for meth. You look really good. And then they're playing like Go Fish. She says her mom started her on pills and then graduated her to meth. And I'm sitting here like, you need to go ahead and link up with Darla on Queen Sugar, and y'all get Wyatt and Kibby together. Y'all just, you know, y'all need to form some sort of a sober companion group, because y'all are successful. And get Kibby together over on Daytime Divas, and get Wyatt together right here on The Haves and the Have-Nots, because I'm worried about Kibby. I don't really care about Wyatt. I'm just trying to include him in some way because he's on board. And yeah, they're playing cards, or Go Fish. Go Fish is cards. They're playing something, and, you know, he starts asking her about sex, and she says she's just not going to be able to do it. It's a lie, sis. It's a lie. It's a lie. let's look here. Mama Rose and Jim. Mama Rose calls Jim. Now, this is a whole nother Mama Rose. I don't know this woman. The original Mama Rose I was introduced to, we weren't sure. We weren't sure what was tea. Okay, yeah, cut him off so he can stop, and then I can hit him and he can hit you. That's logical. And then the police just driving right by. Okay, police, you can give me a $900 ticket for speeding, but this girl almost caused a wreck, and we just gonna swoop on by. Anyway. Oh, hey, dog. There's a mobile adoption unit right next door here, and they're staring me down. What am I talking about? Okay, so this is a whole nother Mama Rose. This Mama Rose has on, you know, her Mary Kay, her Time Wise, I believe it is, foundation. She's got on a bit of rouge. She has a little slice of eyeliner, maybe a lash. I think she gave it a little swoop with the mascara. You know, she's giving you, I don't want to say femininity. She's giving you, like, light girl. You know, she's giving you, like, butch light, I guess, somewhere in there. Anyway, she's pissed. Jim has not brought her the head of this young man that she's looking for. Why are all the parking spaces taken? So Jim hasn't brought her War's head. She's highly upset. She just can't believe that he has not brought her this head yet. Excuse me, I gotta get in this spot. She just is appalled. She's shocked and all of that. And you're gonna have to wait because I'm lining up here. She can't believe that he has not presented her with the information that she's asked for. So, she said, I got something for you, basically. They have a long conversation, but it ends up being, I got something for you. I got 10 minutes again today. Isn't this wonderful? It's probably not enough, but I have it. Let's look here. What happens? You know, they go on and on about how he's run out of time, and you know, he's saying, I just need more time. And she's like, I needed you to have brought me this young man by now. And she says she's going to send him a message. Now, they went really too long with this because I know and I am related to and I've been around actual, like, thugs, you know, gangsters. And they would have said, have you gotten what I need yet? Jim would have said, not yet, I need more time. They would have said, ain't no more time, and hung up. And just left you there, left you to just, because she was like, I've got, you know, I'm going to make you suffer, but I'm not going to kill you. Like, she was giving too much information. Too much. A real gangster would have been like, you don't have it? Okay. And went on. And you would find yourself in a very dire situation later. I don't know what all this back and forth is, aside from Tyra Perry giving us all this just extra for no reason. Hannah comes to the police station looking for Benny. She sees Jason. I don't remember her knowing Jason, but I try my very best not to pay attention to her or him when they're on the screen. A bug, I'm sorry. They get to talking. She's like, you know, Officer Jason, where's my son? Oh, he's in the back. He's talking, you know, to the police. What's going on? He may be charged. Can I see him? No, he's talking to the Secret Service. What the hell? Yeah. Why you ain't lead with that? Why you ain't say, oh, hey, Miss because when she walked in, she said, where's my son? He said who? Benjamin Young. Oh, I think he said, like, Candace's brother. Okay, sure, yes. Let's continue. Where is he? And then they went on into, he's being, you know, he's in the back. He may be charged. And then he's talking to the Secret Service. And when she said, yeah, what? He said, yeah. Like, that's just common. Just, oh, yeah, the girls get arrested, you know, and then the Secret Service. What the hell? What the heck? What? Why? I can't. I don't feel good. I can't give you. And it's hot. I'm suffering. I'm hurting. It's just, I can't. Hannah calls Catherine, and now Catherine's on her way. Catherine, you knew when she left your house last week after you told her that her son was in jail. You knew where she was going. Why you ain't just follow her? But okay. I'm waiting on Tyler Perry to just go ahead and put Hannah in a coma, just a season-long coma. Because he's just not going to kill her, apparently, because they had the shootout, and she lived, and Lil Quincy died, so he's just not going to kill her. Put her in one of those Wyatt or Benny comas, and I just don't want to look at her. I feel like my mama when I was younger. I don't want to look at you, you know, gone over there. Benny calls his mama from the Secret Service man's phone. She don't answer, and then he calls Mitch, and something heavy is about to go down, so he can't be bothered with Benny right now because he's over there sitting at his grandmama's restaurant, just sitting there because he's not involved. This is what didn't make sense to me. Mitchell, you sat there all last season and just didn't want to involve your grandparents. You didn't want, and no, we're not going to call them Malones, and I'm not involved in a life of crime, this, that, and the other. And your grandma over here losing her mind and getting ready to do criminal activity, and you just going to sit over there. You don't want to be involved, Mitch. Why don't you go over here and help your good girlfriend, Benny? It doesn't make sense, and I disagree. Anyway, Secret Agent Man says that he's being railroaded. He is Benny. He's being railroaded. He asks what you know about that. And the man don't know nothing. He just says you apparently are being railroaded. Like, sis, we got that last week when the title episode was Railroad. Then we see David and Erica in bed. It was strange to me because it just seems to me like David is turned on when his wife acts a fool, but not turned on by her. It's like, did you let her in the elevator, to act a fool and all of this just to turn you on? Because, when she tried to light him on fire and all of this, and the stuff with Maggie Day, he went over there with her, it just didn't make sense. It's just unrealistic, without having had a conversation with me. I mean, it's realistic, but I need you to tell me what's going on here. Why, after this big fight, because I wouldn't be in the mood. I'd be like, we got to move hotels. We got to find somewhere else to be. But no, they are in the throes of passion, or after the throes of passion. It doesn't make sense. So Candace calls. Erica tiptoes on into the bathroom, takes the call. Hey, girl, what room are you in? Candace is like, do you have the connection with the man with the phone? Because I need a phone. Yeah, girl, I got the connection, blah, 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 da, da, da. What room are you in? Candace is like, girl, I can't be bothered with this right now. I need a phone. Yeah, girl, I get your phone, all of that. Yeah, it's real cute. Yeah. What you want, a razor phone, the pink or the black? Because, I think the pink is real fly. Blah, blah, blah. What room are you in? Candace is like, sis, if you ask me that one more time, I'm going to reach my hand through this phone and fist fight you from right here. Just right where I sit. And she's like, oh, girl, I'm sorry. I just wanted to know because I wanted to tell you face to face what was going on with Veronica. She said, don't mess with Veronica. Leave it alone. Just don't. And she's like, oh, girl, you know where I'm from, blah, blah, blah. And then Candace says, well, she's, crazy on a higher level or something like that. And they discuss this, that, and the other. And then she says something about David. And Candace is like, David is in the next room and you're talking about this? Girl, hang up the phone. And I'm like, Candace, this is not like back in the day. You remember back in the day, this is telling my age, but you remember back in the day when you would call somebody on a landline phone and both of y'all would have to hang up before the call disconnected? Like, you could hang up the phone and go do something and pick it back up and your homegirl would still be on the phone. That's not how it works today. So, Candace, you telling her to hang up the phone just really doesn't mean much because you could have hung up the phone yourself. And the call would have been ended. I don't know. But whatever. She told her to hang up the phone, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. This is when Wyatt and Anna come in. I already talked about it, blah. Landon is at the bar drinking, a pink martini or something. And Jeffrey comes in and sits down next to Landon, but he looks like he doesn't want to be sitting down next to Landon. And with that, I say, why are you sitting down next to Landon? Why you ain't go somewhere else? Why you ain't order drinks up to your room? You sat down next to him for why? So he sits down and Landon is giving, Jeffrey. And Jeffrey's giving Landon. And then Landon is giving, hey, can you do that thing you did to my booty a couple seasons ago? Can you do that one more time? Because it was just best I've ever had. Amazing. I can't believe it. I'm shook. I would love to have that happen again. Jeffrey says, a loud and just a strong, a resilient no. Emphatical no. And Landon doesn't take no for an answer. In this case, I would have called Chaz Bono and said, Chaz Bono, you've got to get him away from me. You got to get him out of here. He's not taking no for an answer. He's trying to sexually harass me. And I'm just like, what is Jeffrey doing in these boys' booties that have them just out of control like this? And will he stop? Jeffrey, just go ahead and move into the life of a bottom. Just go ahead, convert. I know it's difficult. I know it is. But you're going to have to be a bottom. You can't be a verse top any longer. You've got to just be a bottom. And if that doesn't work out for you, sis, you gotta be Amish or something. I don't know. Amish people have sex. Who don't have sex? You gotta be one of the girls that don't have sex. Be a Catholic priest. Because it's just not working out for you. Your love life is just tragic. You slept with this girl. She over here trying to kill herself. This boy is here trying to rape you in the elevator. I'm gonna get to it. And then you've got, oh shoot, I got like 2 minutes to get in. Then you got Justin. Let me just go ahead and skip ahead. Landon tries to fillet this boy in the elevator, and I'm trying to figure out why. Because he looks up at the camera and says, oh, the camera's turned. It doesn't matter. We can do the thing. Now, why is the camera still turned? I've already had this conversation. Then we see them getting off the elevator, and I'm just like, Jeffrey, why are you leading this boy back to your room? If you didn't want him to come to your room, instead of saying, don't come to my room, You could have just not took him to your room. It's just logical, but whatever. So they get in there, and Landon is doing all the sexual well, they don't get in there, but they, you know, before they get to the room, Landon's doing all the sexual talk and all of this, and I'm just like, I really don't need Tyler Perry to work out his sexuality with me, you, or any of the viewing public. This is Tyler Perry trying to work out what's going on in his mind by putting it on Landon and Jeffrey and Justin and the girls. Like, sis, you don't have to do this with me. We're here, sis. You don't have to try to work this out. Work it out, write it, but keep it to yourself. Anyway, I'm supposed to be in the building right now. So Jeffrey leads, what's his name, God? Landon to his room, despite all of this, you know, don't follow me, don't be here, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, I'm letting up my windows because I gotta go into work. And they open the door, and you see Justin just laid and sprawled and giving you just bottom tease. He's just like, okay, you know, I'm ready. I fleeted today. I didn't eat. Just come on in. And I'm like, Tyler Perry, let me go to work. Like, comment, and subscribe. All the things the YouTubers say. I'm gonna try to get y'all Queen Sugar today too. Bye. So I forgot to add, or I think I forgot to add, I don't remember saying that on the very last scene, you see a young lady just tiptoeing through. I'm sorry, y'all, the cicadas are screaming out here for some reason. A young lady tiptoeing through a parking lot, then you see, you know, an undisclosed van drive up, and then you see this obviously not actual dead body, you know, being tossed out of the car. It bounces, unlike a dead body would. And then you see the woman walk up to this obvious dead body and scream. Now, it's apparent that this is not like shaped unlike a dead body. It looked very much like a mummified dead body. But whatever. She walked all the way up on it, peered over the top of its head, and hollered. And on the body it said, Jennifer Salazin, cry a victim. And that was Mama Rose's message to Jim and whoever else, I guess. So, that.